Trying to find a balance, truly excel when I spread cheats. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary is the last
Oh,
mixtape.
is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
Lord knows I'ma give it all I got. I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top, it'll pay off in the end. Sometimes I feel lost, I don't know where to begin. Ain't trying to stop. Yeah, I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion and...
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Howdy.
Oh, hello.
We
Hello.
are here. It is almost the end of January. January 25th.
Puke. How did we get here, Dice?
I believe there's an egg that drops down into the vulva or the vaginal area once a month, and then some sperm blasts off.
Oh, like Alien versus Predator.
Exactly.
Okay, I've seen that movie.
If you had to pick the aliens or the predators, which side are you on?
Oh, I'm a predator for sure. Clip it.
I have no comment for that one.
No, just kidding. Predator actually kind of bores me, to be honest. And frankly, maybe shots fired because I haven't seen the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I
You
am
haven't?
aware of it. It just looks a little dated, you know?
I mean, yeah, it's dated, but you as the movie
You
buff
think it
person,
would hold up?
I don't know, definitely not gonna hold up. But I
Yeah.
thought you as the movie buff, you would have seen it at some point.
I mean, I went through and watched every single one of the Alien movies, and then I like looked at the Predator franchise. I was like, do I have to?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
considering that they merged paths at some point, I would think that you do.
Well, Freddy and Jason merged paths too, but I did actually watch all of those.
Yeah. So what's your argument here?
Yeah, I don't know. I have none. I just didn't
Cool.
wanna.
Fool. Well, it's almost February, so if you have nobody for cuffing season, you're shit out of luck. Unless there's some desperate housewife that you want to claim in the last 2 weeks before we hit Valentine's Day.
They're desperate, so all you have to do is claim them. Boom.
Yeah, pretty out there. One thing that I've learned about the internet, though, if they're posting "woe is me" on the internet, it's gonna be a very rocky roller coaster.
Can you expand upon that? How did you learn this information?
I don't just me. I observe the casual human, right? So I'm on.
Is it all the mug shotties that you tried to
Nah.
slide in some money into their
Tho-
commissary?
Those are like known problems, but like I follow like the regular people on the new app Threads. I'll follow the new ladies there, see what's going on. I try to find some fellas to follow, but here's basically the rundown of the audience that I see on Threads. Tattooed, septum piercing, recently broken up women who are like talking about how awful their previous person was and they're trying to get somebody else, but they keep going up and down these roller coasters of bad men that they choose. And then in the comment section of all these people, it's the desperate men just hoping that one of these chicks is gonna respond and be like, "Yes, here's some vagina, right for you." That comment that you put under my photo for the last 10 days, that's the one that made me so wet that you're the one.
You're the one. I've got this girl I know from I knew from high school, and it's really interesting to watch her profile from a sociological perspective because like every photo is like a mirror selfie, every photo is like just by the pool, and like in between her like my ex is fucking every girl in Phoenix posts is like even like a light thirst trap.
Yeah.
where it's like, it's just every day. Let's see who crawls into my DMs today, and let's just see who we pick.
It's a wild world out there. Yeah, if I go to like I like funny personality people, right? So if I see funny posts, I'm like, oh, let me go see what this person's posted. If all I see is your like selfies with like the back turned with the ass poking out, all I see is selfies. You're not responding to anybody. Ah, this bitch is a floozy.
Useless.
Useless. Yeah, clutter. But then there's the ones that have the random funny comments, but it's usually in the moment of like middle of the night, like you said, oh, my ex was fucking everybody. I just dive into this depression. Everybody's laughing at it, and yeah, here's all the guys throwing cock at it, left and right, left and right. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So that's
And that's exactly like, let me guess, it wasn't just a one-sided problem. Like, if it does work for you, cool, but you're gonna find out quickly why he's like, oh shit.
yeah, exactly. AD Rocky said when you find out the ex was just a normal dude and they were the crazy, like there's literally one person that I follow. She's a nice gal, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like she'll like live update her relationship and it's like, yeah, you're about to ruin this one. Like the last guy that she was with, she was like, oh, I don't want to be away from him. And then he was like, he needed some space for Christmas and I got offended and we had this huge argument. I was like, oh, this one's about to break up. And sure enough, New Year's Day.
Dude, online like relationship watching is so fucking funny. Kelsey has this friend who like does the thing where they like love bomb their next relationship, where like every relationship is like, oh my god, I finally found the one.
Yeah.
Oh, love of my life. Oh, I can't believe I lived without you. And then like 30 days later it's like is single.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh
like,
man,
next rinse and
there's this
repeat.
new girl that I started following. Funny as hell, but like literally the same. Like one day she's like, man, I can't stand men, never again. Then the next day she's like, I think I'm in love. I hate myself. And then the next day she's like, you know what? Maybe I was, just ovulating yesterday. It's like which personality is it? It's like a werewolf. And the full moon comes out, you're horny. The moon goes away, you're like, oh, hey guys.
Yeah. What a world we live in.
Yeah, but aside from the world, we're here to listen to some music. It's Sunday. It's cold outside, depending on where you are. I heard it's 84 degrees down in Brownsville, Texas, though. So apparently I'm in the wrong part of Texas. It's about 20 degrees here. No, wait, I'm wrong. 13 degrees.
Ooh, puke.
Yeah. So hope everybody is warm. You probably have nothing to do. Cold outside. You're not going anywhere. Listen to some music.
Let's chill together.
Let's
Why
hang
don't we
out.
all just
Yeah.
hear music through our earbuds and then like, vibe together?
Let's kick it. I got the headphones on
Yeah.
today. I'm chilling out. I'm gonna coast back in my seat, and then we'll give some ratings on some songs, and we'll tell you what we think about it, and then we'll keep it moving. Unless y'all disagree, and either way, we're not gonna listen to you. We're just gonna keep it moving.
Wouldn't that be funny? We like play a song and everyone's like, play it again. We're like, all right, play it again. Like, play it again. It's just like the best song in the world. We're like, all right.
Yeah. The closest that we've had to that was when producer Bird came in with like 10 back-to-back tips, and
That's true.
it wasn't play it again, but it felt like play it again.
Listen to my 9 drunken freestyles that all have like 1 or 2 lyrics that we have to like call out by name and be like, what the fuck was this?
Right, yeah. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. Well, obviously, truth. What the the point of a song is to tell us something we don't know.
He also had something about a belt. I forget exactly what it was.
I don't know. I'm glad I don't remember anything aside from the math equation that he dropped, but that one will forever floor me of like 1 + 1 = 2 as a lyric in a song. Nah, even I had to call bullshit.
You never know what you're gonna get at this show, and that's why we do it. That's why we love it.
Yeah. What up, N Block? AD Rocky.
up?
AD Rocky is definitely perfectly profiled the modern day socialite. Septum piercing, dark
Ah.
hair, sheen. I've noticed lately it's like arm tattoo, one arm tattoo or a chest tattoo. Lots of tattoos. Father problems. Chronically online.
Chronically online.
And as much
Love
as
it.
I'm connected to the internet, I'm like, nah, not for me.
You know,
good.
sometimes we just dive into the real issues before we get to the music. And Block, you'll see. You'll see. We have fun here.
We try to. All right. In Block, we were just profiling people on the internet and their ups and downs of their dating life. Before we get into some music, we got probably about 20, 30 in the queue today. Looks like
Healthy.
the first one in the queue is Tagami, and of
Wow.
course, back with another little double O Matt Critter type beat, Oreos.
There we go.
Starting off the day with some snackies.
Double stuffed or nah?
Nah,
I'm kind of a nah too.
yeah, it's too much.
Kelsey thinks I'm crazy for it. Oh, that's right. I believe that was a swag lean grandma disc with something in a bazooka.
There's also a viral song about shooting grandma with bazookas right now.
We got watched out there. Ooh.
All right, we got it. Little double O Matt Critter type beat, Oreos by Tagami. I think this is probably one of his better ones. I wasn't too much of a fan of the 8-bit synth there on the hook or the lead into the hook, whatever part that was. But you know, I think overall it works. I'm not mad at it. I'll give it a 7.5. It's got nice sounds to it. It's got a good aura, I should say.
Well, I guess this is why we have two hosts on here, because my first reaction was I didn't like it at all. I thought out of all the Tagami beats, this is one of my least favorite. I will give you credit for the drum patterns. I think the drums were, fine throughout. It had a steady rhythm to it. I really didn't like the synth and kind of the main melodies to it. It felt like the progression was a little too simple, and like after about 5 seconds I was like, okay, I kind of get it. I kind of understand the beat. So for me, this was, it's well put together, but I didn't like the sound choice, so I'm gonna give it a 5. What was your number?
I was at a 7.5.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like you and the chat liked it more than I did, so variety of opinions there.
Well, we know what caused the cold front in the United States right now. D-Bird's heart.
I wanted a little bit more little double O and a little less Matt Critter.
That makes sense. All right, let's see if this will warm you up. Here's Love Me at My Darkest, aka Compact Disc. Get the Minimum, Fountain of Youth. I got it here. That was Love Me at My Darkest with Get the Minimum, Fountain of Youth. I felt like I was in a Japanese arcade and there's like strobe lights and lots of things happening around me as I'm like looking around like a small child in an amusement park. Um, I don't know. It's just a lot going on. It's not that it was unpleasant, but it was definitely like ADHD music. And I feel like I feel like people lean too much into the ADD, ADHD stuff these days. Everybody has a little bit of it. I'm not like lean into it type person. I think there was a lot going on sonically that it became not quite unpleasant, but like not an easy listen to if you listen to the details. Maybe if it's just playing in the distance and you're distracted, it's cool, but focused listening, definitely too much going on. Although it blended together okay. I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, if it almost felt like the opposite, like the upside down of the last beat that we listened to. You know, it had this Kingdom Hearts vibe, right? Like it did kind of feel that Japanese cartoon gamey in essence. For me, like I really liked the main melody and I kind of didn't like the 808s. Like the 808s were just like a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too blown out. And then along with that, I think the ADD comment comes from like the whooshing whirl of water sounds that kind of happen throughout it. Like,
Yeah. You know what it sounds like?
fucking
Now that I'm
stop it.
thinking, after you mentioned a couple things, it sounds like the music that plays when you're playing a game of Tetris.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, you never played Tetris?
I mean, I've played Tetris, but I wasn't like, oh, what a banger.
Exactly. That's my point. It's just like nobody remembers the music, but it just sounds like the chaos that plays while you're focused on Tetris.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, what's that fucking game where you try to match 3 blocks in a row and then it explodes?
Oh, who knows?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Regardless, like it's not a bad beat, but it's just like for music that isn't associated with a video game, there's definitely some tweaks I would make in terms of like calming the fuck out of those 808s and then like why have the whooshing water in the background? Are we going down a fucking water slide? Get that shit out of there. Too much going on. I'm at a 5.
You heard it here, folks. D-Bird hates water slides.
I do. Fuck them.
You didn't have a slip and slide as a
Listen,
kid?
I had an entire water park that was super dope. I had a birthday party there once. It was fucking awesome. But apparently investors bought it out like 3 years ago and they wanted like it's not making money anymore. So like how do I make money off of this? Well, they let it fall into disrepair and like on purpose didn't like fix any of the water slides. The slide broke in half as somebody was going down it and it shredded their fucking leg. Their leg got peeled from the bottom and then they dropped like 40 feet. They're still alive, but like the investors figured it'd be cheaper to just have a massive lawsuit against them and then get the insurance payment out and ultimately close the water park down that way after a grievous injury.
Jesus.
And that's the story of my water slides.
That story did not end in the direction that I thought it was going. I thought you were going to say they let it go into disarray and then they turned it into like some social media photo op venue. Not, yeah, let's ruin somebody's life, get an insurance payout, and then get out of this business.
They're like, we're just losing money year after year. Let's just like really accelerate this, fuck it up, get the insurance and bounce. Then we make our money back.
Good Lord.
It's pretty crazy.
Gotta love those investment companies, huh? They make everything better.
Yeah.
All right, here's Sleek Ivory with Beat. That's all I got.
Beat.
That's all the information I got, folks.
Flat on the water. Flat on the flat. Flat on your daughter.
I think I know where I'm at on this. I don't say this often about Sleek Ivory beats. I like Sleek Ivory as a person, but I really like this. I like this a lot. it it shows that he doesn't always have to do these weird experimental things of like 1/16th tempo. Oh wait,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 17/12 tempo. Yeah, for sure.
here's the AI on a 5/12 beat. Like if you just lock in and just go for like good sounds and then add in the elements at the right times, it makes everything enjoyable and pleasant. I really enjoy this. I'm partly considering stealing it and doing something with it. I would give this a 9.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think this is the best Sleek Ivory beat I've ever heard in my goddamn life. I love it. It's so good. Great sample, great drums. Just a couple small tweaks I would make suggestions for, which is I would turn the snare down just a little bit, just to blend with the beat a little bit more. And then on it was like 51 seconds or whatever, like you had the sample kind of play through. I think you ended it good, it continued, and you ended it again, it came around good, but I think having an extra bit of sample right around like 52 or 53 seconds, kind of in that second half of the chorus, if you changed it up a little bit instead of just letting it rock over the same and then ending, having a switch up in the chorus I think would benefit it. But I'm at a 9 too. Shout out.
Shout out Sleek Ivory. Shout out Hato. I
Hey,
don't
dope.
I don't know what the hell the skip command is supposed to do, but what are you trying to do? I don't remember having a skip command.
Was it like tip? Yeah, I think he's trying to.
He's trying to say turn off this
Right.
Sleek Ivory bullshit and play my shit. That's what he's trying to do.
Shout out Hato.
Shout out Hato.
Just gifted a sub. Well, let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's what we figured. Yeah, fuck that other music. Let's get to your shit. Let's
Right.
go, Hato. What we got?
I'll make skip a real thing that way. The next time you drop it in the chat, it actually does something. All right, here is Hato back with some music for us. This is called "Are You Up Right Now?"
Is he holding a shotgun in his picture?
I think so. Hold on. It might be, maybe. In his Discord picture, it does definitely. It looks violent, whatever it is that you're doing
Oh
there.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's his homie Levi, and yes, he is. Okay, confirmed.
Levi's a dangerous man.
All right, here's Hato. Are you up right now?
That kind of ties into what we were talking about at the beginning of the show.
There we go. Full circle moment.
Bad opener. I think you just assume that the girl's up.
I don't care. I just send the message and wait for the response.
It's the beauty of texting. It doesn't have to be instant.
That's right. Joe Boston should learn about that.
Won't you hit me on the phone? Tell me that you're home. Girl, I never had a doubt that you could be the one when it's all said and done. Midnight, phone rings. Do you feel lonely? I was just hoping I could be your only.
Right. That was Are You Up Right Now by Hato.
I'll just say I loved it. I think that was so good. Fi shots out. Yeah, that was a romance explosion for the ears. One thing right off the bat, I was like rushing to the keyboard to like turn it up. I was like, is it just overall a little loud or a little soft? So I think maybe as far as like the mastering goes in the final product, comparatively, I think it's relatively soft in general. So I would just say turn the whole thing up. But I think that the layers and how they fit together are all mixed well. It's just a matter of like the end product being a little low. But cool melodies, cool lyrics. I think it's a vibe throughout. So, you know, the volume, easy fix. I'm not going to knock any points off. I'm just out of 10. I didn't find anything I didn't like about it.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same. I was turning my headphones up the entirety of the track and then turning it back down when D-Bird was screaming in my ear. But yeah, I thought the volume could have gone up just a little bit just to be comparatively on par with some of the previous tracks that we heard. But the vocal performance is great. I think the timing of the song, as far as the arrangement, everything fits together well. I might even save this to send to some, you know, some hopeless young lady in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. Like, "Hey, you up right now?" And see what happens. But no, like Bert said, it's a vibe all the way through. I think the only, like, if I wanted to sit here and nitpick anything, the only thing I would really nitpick is like maybe stuff in the production to keep it more interesting and more engaging throughout. But I love the song where it sits right now. I'd give it a 10 too.
First 10 of the day. What's up?
Double 10s.
You know what? I've noticed this. It's usually when people skip that they just throw out a banger. They're so excited about their banger. They're like, I can't wade through a bunch of random bullshit. I want my banger to be played right away. And usually it's the people that tip. You're like, yeah, I see. It's a 10.
Yeah, they're like, you know what, this is too fire for us to sit here for another hour and a half of these beats and people's experiments. Get to the meat and potatoes right now.
Yeah, meat and taters. Oh, speaking of which, Kelsey got me a fondue pot for Christmas, and we have just been
Fondue
eating
pot.
like thousands of calories a day. And last night we had fondue. You know what the best fucking compliment to dip fondue cheese in? Potatoes.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was like, there's veggies, there's apples, fruits, there's meats, there's sausages, whatever you want. Potatoes.
You know what you
That's the one.
should dip in there? The form of potato is some potato wedges, some nice crispy potato wedges.
I mean, these were roasted potatoes, and like you just how you make them into little circles, little potato circles.
Yeah, I'm
They're just
saying.
not fried.
I know. I'm saying get some potato wedges next time you bust out the fondue machine. Scoop them things in there and see what happens.
I'm open to it. I'm trying all sorts of shit. I'm like, I don't know. What does this do? Just plop my hand in.
I don't
Fuck
think you want to
me.
do that, but yeah, sure. Knock yourself out, buddy. But shout out Hato. That was a
Shout
dope
out.
track. And D-Bird has set the precedence now. Anybody who tips, they have to have a banger. If you tip and we skip to your song and it's not a 10 out of 10 like Hato, we might just end the show.
I mean, has it happened before where people are like
Well,
paying us money to like listen to their song and it's just dog shit? Like out of the 3 years, I think there was like a couple where you're like,
usually what happens
Be
is
honest.
somebody will tip on somebody's behalf. Like Ray will like tip because there's a new person in the chat and they're like, oh, let's listen to this guy. I never, like, I think you're right. Maybe like a handful of times at most has somebody tipped and it been not very good.
Yeah. I mean, and all we promise here is our first reaction, good or bad. You know, I feel like we're always honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to win by lying to like I don't get any accolades by telling you you did a good job, right?
That's true.
I
That's
don't
true.
I don't log off of here and then I get thousands of DMs like, "Oh man, you really boosted these people's confidence and their egos up. Good job." Nothing happens after we log off other than people demand more feedback on more songs next week. So, yeah, we don't there's no value for us to lie to you people. We just listen and we're like, "Okay, this is what we think."
No, it's true.
Speaking of which, Artisan, another hood trap, Nims type beat. Perfect. Better be. We're gonna have some problems.
You're an artist. I'm an artisan. You're an artist. I'm an artisan. You're an artist. I'm an artisan.
Yeah, Noir, I was thinking the same thing. It's like that producer tag is blah. Producer tag makes your beat worse, in my opinion. If you if you can't get that producer tag to kind of like line up with the tempo, get a new tag because that tag is dragging you down, buddy. Um, I found myself wanting to be an asshole rating this beat, and then I had to take a step back, and then the producer tag came on, and I went back to wanting to be an asshole. It just feels very generic. I don't know. It's not a bad beat, but it's not a very interesting beat. So I'll give it a 6.
I mean, it's hard to say much more than that. Yeah, like I immediately just kind of tuned out and I was like, this is just one of 1,000 beats that I've heard before. And I just wanted it to be a little bit different. But at the same time, if like that's what you're going for, is like I just want, you know, straight down the line, right, you know, not coloring out of the lines, paint by numbers, hood trap beat, sure. Um, yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's all right. 5.
How cold is too cold to wear shorts?
Ooh, depends on where you're at. If you live in New England, there is no too cold. It's like, oh, the sun's out at -5. Okay, I'm out. Hang my little white scrotum out of the out of my Jimmy Johns. Yeah. In Portland, I feel like it's the same where it's like, oh, the first hint of sun, you're like, all right, bro
I mean,
tank's on.
come on. The wind, there's never like too cold to just be outside walking around in some shorts.
Pacific Northwest is impervious to cold.
What about in Texas?
Texas, you guys are little babies. You have recently discovered what snow is. I think that from what I understand, Texas, they don't go outside. Everything's too cold for it. It could be 80 degrees. They're like, oh, frigid.
It just came to mind because I thought I saw somebody walking around while we were listening to that. And I remember yesterday I was doing a little bit of cleaning off my sidewalk and there was two kids who were going up and down the street shoveling sidewalks or offering to at least, and I think their dad came out of the house, hoodie on, shorts, no socks, some flip-flops. And it was like 20 degrees. And I'm like, I don't know about that outfit choice. He wasn't out there for like even a brief second. Like he came from his house down the block and then walked at least a good 10 minutes to get to the kids and then walked back with another like little 3-year-old in tow. The 3-year-old was dressed up, but he wasn't.
Look, I'll be honest right now. I'll switch from joke to like honest truth telling of my own soul and my own experience. Sometimes I'm a fucking lazy fuck. So I'm also grievously addicted to energy drinks. So like I'll go out currently in the winter in like whatever I was wearing. Maybe it's shorts, sandals, no socks, and just like, wait till my car defrosts with frost on the windows, go to the little corner store, get my Ghost energy, and then come back. I'm not going to be out there long.
Couldn't be me.
But yeah, I do it.
Nah, couldn't be me. Is the moment that the wind chill hits my precious skin, I'm back inside. I'm bundling up. I'm like, that's not for me.
Well, that's because you're from Texas.
I'm
You're a
from
little baby
Florida.
boy.
I think I'm even worse because I'm from Florida where we don't get this shit. This fucking 2 inches of snow. I saw snow one time in my life growing up. I've been here and I've seen it like every fucking year. It sucks.
I will give you that. I think there's a lot of people here that are like, "Oh, snow, winter wonderland." It's like, ah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be inside watching movies anyways, but
Yeah, and I guess I've now reached that point where I've been in Texas longer in my life than I lived in Florida. And every time people are like, "Oh, you get snow in Texas?" Yeah, fuck. Do you not see the fucking national weather every year where they're like, "Yeah, wind chill about to hit Texas. Texas is getting snow." Like I didn't get this shit in Florida. I will openly admit, yeah, I'm not accustomed to this as a Floridian. As a Texas, I'm like, it just sucks. It's annoying. All right.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody finally recognizes the value that
Isn't
I
that
contribute.
kind of like just a dick thing to say? Like people say it like meaning it, like, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss." But it's like, are you? You're just saying words you heard somewhere.
Yeah, I
Might
don't
as well
know.
be a fucking bumper sticker.
I don't know what to say when people like lose something. I'm just like, oh, that sucks. That's because that's how I genuinely feel. Like, oh, that sucks. Am I sorry?
Yeah.
No. God, no.
No.
That person might have been suffering. It might have been their time. They probably were a horrible person. I'm just like, oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, probably were.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry you have to deal with somebody's dead body now and then figure out, funeral arrangements. But am I sorry? All right. Let me stop talking before we get run off of the air. Next up, Tinny? Tinny.
Tiny dancer.
Until Japan type beat. Who is Until Japan? AD Rocky, you know obscure bullshit. Who is Until Japan? Find out. There's Float.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Rage hyperpop thing.
I knew he would know.
Is this forever? Switch up at 50 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I think everybody's going crazy. What did you think, Bert? You like that?
It sounded like a fucking alarm that wouldn't go off. You know what I mean? Like, when you get a new phone and like it comes pre-programmed with like a weird
Default alarm
that
sound.
you haven't heard before.
Yeah.
This feels like you just bought the iPhone 25 and you're having a nice night of sleep, and then all of a sudden, dun, 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 like that just plays over and over and over again until you're like, where the fuck, and you like tear your room apart looking for the goddamn phone to turn the alarm off. That's what that beat was for me. I was, in my mind, scrambling, searching like under the pillows, throwing them against the wall in fury, trying to figure out how to turn this off. I hated it. I don't think the sound choices were bad. And in fact, the sad part of it all is I could kind of tell there was some experience and skill behind the madness that ensued. Like the drum pattern, hated it, but maybe that's what we're going for. Maybe we're going for, just annoying alarm sound. I'm going to give this an angry 3, but I bet you that this producer, using their skills for good, could probably make an 8 to a 9 if they chose.
I think I know what the problem is I think the sound is only like a 2-bar loop, right?
Yeah.
So you can only do but so much before it becomes monotonous. But like you said, like if I listen to the arrangement, I feel like there was something more to it there. It's just when you have a 2-bar melody to work with, yeah, it's just going to be repetitive throughout. You got to add some sort of variety or, find some sort of counter melody to keep it alive and keep it fresh. But having that 2-bar snippet on repeat, it just wears you down after a while, even though I could sense there was some sort of direction in it. I wasn't as low, but I'll give it a 5. I don't hate it, but you definitely could have done more than just stopping with a 2-bar loop. Right, next up, Cyclone.
Cyclone did tell me before this that he was going to start submitting his songs he was proud of. He apologized saying, I'm sorry I've been giving you all my garbage experimental bullshit. I have songs I'm proud of that I'm going to start submitting. Great, man.
Hey,
I'm just there to listen and react to whatever we get.
Cyclone, can you impart that knowledge upon All Savant, please? Begging you. 2026, can we get some All Savant songs that he's proud of and not experimental, breathy moans and garbage?
It is interesting. We'll get like literally 1 minute of just 3 moans over an instrumental. And it's like, what do you want us to do with this?
What do you want me to tell you? Keep moaning for another 2 minutes?
Whoa, whoa.
All right. Here's Cyclone, Regrets.
Damn, son. You really trying, really showing out.
Stepped it up.
Yeah, good tone.
They think I'm just writing wrongs, can't see no threats. Feel like it isn't long till I seek success. It's like life is a movie with all the best. Can't process gratitude to be refreshed. But I seek success. It's like life is a movie with all the best.
What did he say? Life is a movie?
Mooey whip.
The fuck is a mooey whip?
I'm guessing he meant movie.
Okay. I didn't want to start off confused.
Let's go back and let's listen. Let's try and see if we can.
Yeah,
They think I'm just writing wrongs, can't see no threats. Feel like it isn't long till I seek success. It's like life is a movie with all the best. Can't process gratitude to be refreshed. Recording us songs showing progress. Outside the music, just a kid with all these nets. Didn't start like this, didn't front like this. Had to walk a million miles to walk like this. In the classroom, stuck inside the learning court. Back to the books they thought was winning sports. Remember doing a play, acting not a part. Just another way I lost myself throughout the day. Doing hopscotch, just hopping through the phase. Looks like I did a different play on a different play. Oh wait, you're looking at me? I guess you are one. Oh wait, you're seeing me? I guess you are, son. Can't handle the way in my pocket with my shoulders locked in. Feel like Christmas with all these stockings, I just got stocking. Even back in the day, I didn't feel alive. Got right back home for a little nosedive. Got this weight on my chest, I can't see no threads. But like I'm just gonna be here in regrets. Looking in the mirror, I'll see a success. Wonder how I got here with the regrets. Kept my words in my pocket, got pushed aside. The bell rang loud, but I dreaded the ride. Once I hit the front door, it was a different life. The lights were all on, but I didn't feel alive. Everyone seemed worried, I'm like, who is this? All I see is a demon chasing me, cuddling me, fighting on my own turf. When psycho on the loved one can be one of the corrupt ones. Kicked the family to the dirt and left a stain on my turf.
Please tell me you didn't leave 20 seconds of silence at the end of the cyclone. You've been here too long for that.
Is this your first song and you're fucking with us? I think this was his first song. He's like, no, this one I'm proud of. There's no way.
Maybe he's proud of it, but it's old.
All right. This felt like a step in the wrong direction. And I don't know if you're messing with us. I was half joking, but it could be true. Like, look, here's my first reaction. I was actually starting to like some of the songs that you were submitting. I think like the melodic, kind of slower, you know, singing songs, you were kind of headed in the right direction. This one, stiff delivery, and it was just off. Like literally, I think this is a great example of when you write a song, and then try to fit it to a beat, rather than listening to the beat and then understanding the timing of the lines and then kind of writing around that, right? For what it's worth, I like the deeper lyrics. I like your, you know, attempt at saying like, look, I'm going to make something vulnerable. I'm going to make something, you know, true to myself. Do more of that for sure. But you have to figure out how much time is in each bar and how I can fit these words confidently and like comfortably, more importantly, within that time. Because it wasn't comfortable, you know. I was uncomfortable. So I think that's just the biggest issue, is the timing on the flow and kind of the stiffness of the delivery. Just I'm trying to push out these words as they were written, rather than kind of working with the beat and kind of having this jazzy, great beat, jazzy song. I'm gonna give this 2.
Yeah, great beat choice. I guess it was kind of an omen. We got 2 lines in and we are struggling to understand what you were saying life was like. I think Bird was right. I think you said like a movie, but it was so horribly underpronounced that you know, the pattern continued to manifest itself throughout the rest of the song. Pronunciation is the devil, and it was stabbing away at you with the pitchfork throughout the entirety of the song. Timing and pronunciation. You know, the only thing that I can say is like when the drums came in, it helped you out a little bit. I think that was the problem in the beginning, is that you didn't have a metronome to pace yourself against. The drums helped a little bit, but you were still just like offbeat timing wise. I don't know, man. You gotta like turn up the metronome and just really pay attention to, am I hitting the downbeats and the snares when I'm, you know, hitting those syllables in my pronunciation. If you're not in line with those key indicators in the beat, then, you know, either re-record it or shit, even just manually line it up. Sometimes just chop the shit up and just move it around a little bit. But those things should be easy fixes, you know. Hell, you listen to enough fucking Juice WRLD, man. You should know what's on beat and off beat. We shouldn't have to, you like, that's why I feel like this is maybe an old song that he likes and maybe it just needs to redo it. That's what my hope is on this one, because I feel like he's gotten better as far as his timing. This just, like you said, it feels like a regression. So I'm gonna tell myself that in my head and give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll give it a 4 because I like rapping Cyclone. I've been saying for 2 years, Cyclone rap, stop the fucking singing, quit it, stop that shit, and he didn't listen to me. But I like rapping voice Cyclone. I like the beat. I like the topic. I just needed to be on time. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and give it a 4. But don't let that shit happen again. I'm just kidding. Let it happen again. Please come back to the show. All right, next up, Baptist Randell. Uh-oh. Not looking to get cooked on the mix. Far from perfect. Started half-assing mixing myself for the sake of releasing music. Yeah, that's never a good thing, because now we're going to cook you on the mix.
Get cooked, son.
Now, oh, wait. Before we do that,
Yeah.
DJ Tongue Hero tipped.
Oh, that old liquor.
That old licking fella.
That old licking fella. Shout out, Mr. Tongue.
My
Airbnb song. Already, what a great idea. I'm just gonna say I probably will like this.
Do you like Airbnbs?
I love Airbnbs. Nothing like visiting a new spot, not having to go through corporate America, Marriott, blah. I want to stay in a stranger's home and look through all their drawers.
Hold on. Let me make a mental note to myself to clip that one art. All right, here's DJ Tongue Hero with My Airbnb Song. Wait, let me get the video up for you gentle folks at home. Let's check it out.
This is my Airbnb song. Have you ever got drunk at an Airbnb?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever got high smoking outside at an Airbnb? Have you ever made love at an Airbnb? If you wanna do all three things, come to my Airbnb. You wanna link up with me? You can catch me at an Airbnb. Snow outside, in a jacuzzi outside. Weed smoking at an Airbnb. Have you ever had steak and eggs in the morning at an Airbnb? And baby girl, if you're intrigued, you're invited to my Airbnb. Have you ever got drunk at an Airbnb? Have you ever got high smoking outside at an Airbnb? Have you ever made love
Interesting.
at an Airbnb? If you wanna do all three things, come to my Airbnb. If you wanna get high at my Airbnb, you wanna lay down and vibe, it doesn't matter, it's my Airbnb. If you stay in the night, licking happens at my Airbnb. And if you're cool with all those things, baby girl, we at the Airbnb.
They're so excited they walked it.
At an Airbnb. Have you ever got high smoking outside at an Airbnb? Have you ever made love at an Airbnb? If you wanna do all three things, come to my Airbnb.
Okay. Got the good old American. Oh, fuck.
Coming right at us.
He drops a banger every week.
Did a
DJ Tongue Hero.
fucking inside of itself 180 in midair. That was crazy. All right, that was DJ Tongue Hero with My Airbnb Song. Bird, you seem to be a fan of Airbnbs. What did you think?
Are each one of these links? Can you click on each one of those? Or
These
no?
circles? No.
I was wondering if that. I mean, he makes enough music videos. It's like I wonder if those are all videos you can
He
click.
doesn't have. Those are all thumbnails of his videos, but those aren't links for the videos.
Pretty crazy. All right. That was a vibe. That was sick. I loved it. Like, huge credit where credit is due. I mean, this is the most consistent man we might have on the Discord, right? As far as like consistently putting out fun songs, putting in the work, making music videos to it that are always interesting, keeps you entertained throughout. So I'm just gonna give this a huge shout out. One spot that I was curious about, there was a random white dude, and it said like Tongue Hero Titty Gang member of the month or something. Do you have some sort of system where you like have fans and you put them in the video if they get a tier, or like Tell us more about this member of the month, or if it was just a joke you did.
Do they get a titty that you like send them a picture of, and they get to like lick said picture? Because I'll subscribe like today.
There was, I will also say, like, I think the music videos, because they're paired with the music, make it easier to just like turn off the critiquing part of the brain for like the nitpicky music parts and just like enjoy it as a whole. Because there was one part like within the first minute where you're in the hot tub with the two chicks and you say something like, "We're outside and it's cold outside." You're like, the writing, and it's not like very complex, but it kind of doesn't have to be either with all the cool visuals going with it. So yeah, smart, great engagement. I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5.
Well, maybe unfortunately for me, my brain was still on. I enjoyed the video. I enjoyed the song. Like, I think the last 2 or 3 songs that we've heard from you, the singing hasn't been as on point. It's been slightly off key, but I think you got back to the good sweet sauce on this one. You stayed in your vocal range, which helped you hit those notes. I think my gripe with this song is there's got to be some other phrase that rhymes with Airbnb. I feel like at some point you could have had a little bit more variety. I can understand maybe for one verse, you know, maybe the first verse, cool, that's the hook. You get people's minds of like my Airbnb. But I felt like for the second verse, you could have done a little bit more, unfortunately for me to say, lyrically, by rhyming something else with my Airbnb. It just it felt like, you know, the 27-year-old adult swinging the fuck out of the bat at the 8-year-old pinata, you know, the 8-year-old kid's birthday pinata, and just like slamming the fuck out of that shit and candy flying everywhere, hitting grandma in the eye. Grandma's bleeding from the eye. Now you got to go to the ER. Like it just felt like, you know, you're going for the home run for no reason. I think you could have just, you know, put a little bit more variety into it lyrically. Not saying that it necessarily needed, like Bird said, the video helped, you know, turn off some of the sensory parts of, you know, our music reaction, but I think you could do better is my moniker that I always say. Like, I feel like you could have done better there, but you did a good job. I'll give it an 8. You know, I say all that to say it's still a good job, but I think you could have done more.
Fun fact, Airbnb does in fact rhyme with Airbnb.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, I get it. Your Airbnb. Tell me more. Like, give me something, man. I think that's what I was longing for, was more flavor in the lyrics.
I mean, yeah, that's where you kind of go back. Why am I in the dice roll now? Why are you, D Bird, critiquing lyrics? I feel like,
well, here's what happens. Like on the less intricate songs, I get critical, but on the more intricate songs, I'm like, I don't care about that lyrical shit.
yeah, we completely like Freaky Friday swapped. I'm just like, but it's a vibe. I mean,
you give me a club song, I'm like, man, you could have said more than oh my drink and my 2-step. What the fuck? I've heard that before. And then you're like, nah, it's a vibe, man.
It's a vibe.
And then
that's where I'm at with this. Is like Airbnb.
Some Rip Lux comes on. I'm like, man, you that's too many words, dude. Calm down.
Yeah. Okay, dictionary. Fucking put the book down.
Okay, fucking Wikipedia on the bar. All right.
N Block. It's $5 to tip. Skip right to your song.
Or if you want, you can come become a member, join the membership on YouTube, and we'll skip right to you. And you also will get access to discounts in our merch store. You'll be able to contribute songs to the subscriber queue that we have on Wednesdays, where we chit chat and BS, but also listen to music from our subscribers. So up to you.
That is true. Our Wednesday show is a lot less crowded than the free queue of Sunday. We basically have like, I don't know, 5 people that regularly submit on the subscribers only, and then we kind of dive into all sorts of topics.
Yeah. What up, Jaden? We are getting into the next song from Randall Baptist. And oh yeah, DJ Tongue here. I saw your message about the extra song from last week. I'll work that into the queue for today.
You fuck up, bruh.
No, he posted 2 songs, but I think he thought he posted 1, and so he messaged me like, "Hey, the fuck, you're not Tongue Hero Titty Gang anymore?" And I'm like, "Whoa, calm down, brother. We played your 1 song."
Oh, I'm Titty Gang, all right.
First, we got Randall Baptist. Here is Murphy's Law. Some science shit.
Oh Lord Jesus, I buy Murphy, 530 up high, up right down dirty. Look, mama, quit them drugs, try majority. And ran back to dope and all my stomach bound, pad and brown velvet. I just wrote a whole album out for some role helpers. MJ to my pelvis, single fingerless glove. It's a story of love. Everyone blame Elvis. Lord Jesus, don't you open up that window. I've been popping melatonins, trying to vibe with bimbos. 4 seasons, a life without is more simple. Raised by dark paws in the games of corn pimple. It's all a hinderman who need the blemish concealer. Baby, I can sell RuPaul, the sexual egg conspirators. Oh, Southern Ontario, KW constant T-Town title is baby. I'm back in the front. Lord Jesus, I'ma fall off the click track. Fuck yeah, I'm struggle. I struggle more getting dicks back. He reek like celebration, champagne mix packs. I'm buzzing segregation. It's green on sip, yeah. He got his channel rack on his IG live. He got that.
I love this.
Shut up.
20 controller. Talking delusions of grandeur, chains in the light. Still shoegazing his Nikes. Fuck milking it straight Folgers. Oh Lord Jesus, please make me more 40. No more nightmares of losing my head this early. I'm a miserable, doped out, blue collar cliche. Shrugging through life, screaming, who can know surely? Shit, who else out there? Take it this far out there, babe. I'm out there with nothing but Robitussin and Alka-Seltz hair. Delirium on the rise, so the 1.5 ounce air. Stereotypes ain't true, but I'm stuck in a house jail. Lord Jesus, you really gotta believe me. I was in full clean life, salt water and basin, pulsing out. And we smoke akin to saline. XL can't sell this, you smell this out the magazine. Oh, every beat black and blue, where the fuck my Beyonce? Your tongue ain't that fast, tuna pastez-vous français. Your whole crew fishy, your new school pool mate. This generational best, but fuck 'em to a new way. Lord Jesus, I smoke to forget, I smoke to remember. Fuck it, I smoke to freshen my breath. I'm a mess, I reek like a bad decision.
This is the
2
track.
days out of these meds,
This
it's
is the track.
bad to the rhythm.
Lord Jesus. End it right now. That was Randall Baptist with Murphy's Law. I will say I did not enjoy this as much as Bird bobbing his head over there, getting into it. But I'll keep it objective here. It's too quiet, first and foremost. You got to do better with your loudness so that we can hear it without cranking up the volumes. My biggest gripe is the rapper voice, like the whole mimicky rapper voice of, oh Lord Jesus. Like, I get it. There's some caricature in it, but I think for me, I would have rather just hear you just spit your bars. Like, I feel like it would have came off a little bit stronger, but it's also hard to hear. So like, I'm straining to listen to this low volume rapper voice, and it feels like a gimmick, but I know the things that you're saying aren't a gimmick. So that would be my advice, is like, don't put yourself in a position where people don't take you serious, is how I would phrase it. Like, I think be cautious about when you use a voice such as that, especially if you do it for the entirety of the track. I think that's my gripe, is that you did it from start to finish and not just like for moments here and there to add emphasis. So I didn't like the rapper voice. I think you had some interesting lines. So, I mean, objectively, as much as I subjectively did not like listening to this, I think I would give it a 6.
Here's the one and only thing wrong with this song.
Not
The
loud enough.
fucking volume. Holy fuck. So all of the shit that Dice felt, all the shit that the chat felt, is valid, because all they're hearing is some goofy voice in the faint background and like some fart noises. It's like, because you didn't have the volume properly up, you know, you really have to strain to listen and be like, what the fuck is that? And then because I was straining to listen, right off the bat, I was like, oh, fuck this. I can't hear it. It's goofy. But then you start paying attention. You're like, holy shit. The beat is actually dope. The lines are crazy. The flow is dope. Like, everything about this was very, very, very fucking good, with kind of a weird choice on the voice, but I can forgive that if it's consistently dope. And it was. But you couldn't shine that. You couldn't show that because the volume was too fucking low. So, you know, if you're not listening, like hanging on every word, it's like, uncomfortable, weird. It's like, you know, you're at a party and then like the goth kid in the trench coat's like holding it over his eyes, like, oh, you see me? Like that's, it just
Lord
came off
Jesus.
weird. Came off weird because the volume wasn't correct. Turn that volume up and then you have a fucking banger. I loved it. I didn't mind the voice. Great lyrics. I'm gonna give it an 8 with 2 whole points knocked off just because of the volume. Ruined everything.
Lord Jesus, turn that volume up, boy.
Lord Jesus, turn the volume up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can fairly admit that, you know, some of my objective dislike was just, it's hard to hear and make out the clarity. So I'm probably being a little bit more harsher on the mix rating. I'd probably give it a 7.5 if I could hear it better.
Was this the guy that was like, don't be tough on my mix?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to do with the mix. It's the end volume. The fuck? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, your mix, like, as far as your lyrics to the beats, sounded fine. Just couldn't fucking hear them.
Yeah, a good rule of thumb, even if you're not sure about your mixes, once you export your song, play it back to back with somebody, you know, an actual released song, and see, is my shit too low? Is my shit too high? Like, at least get some volume, you know, get your barometer straight as far as volume wise, because that's something, like Bird said, that's an easy fix. Like, oh shit, my mix sucks, but the volume's way low. I can at least turn it up. I tell Ray Stans that all the time. I don't know what the fuck Ray Stans' exporting settings are in Logic, but his shit is always lower than everybody else's. So it's something that I know people can easily fix. It's just nobody looks out for it.
AD Rocky in the chat is offering mix services for free. I mean, you don't even need an engineer, brother. Go back into the session, click overall track volume, raise by 6 decibels. That's it. Done.
Look, there he is in the chat. You turn that shit up, man.
Hey, for what it's worth, I love this shit, and I wish more people could hear how good it was.
I did not like it. I probably was being a little bit too harsh, but I definitely agree with what Bird said. If you turned it up, I probably could appreciate it a little bit more. I just wasn't a huge fan of the voice from start to finish. That's my only gripe.
Heat in the shed. All right, all right. Word, we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah,
We'll be here.
We'll be here. All right, next up, Sacred. Back from wherever the hell he's been.
He's been on tour. Like, I saw some photos of him doing performances and stuff. Shout out Sacred God.
Gross.
Word.
I don't miss
He does that.
I don't miss that.
Outside of the house?
I mean, it's fun. It's just, it gets very tiring and exhausting. Because then you gotta battle for the like stage position. Like, oh, you're going on last or you're going on first. Like, which one is it, man? Am I going on at 9 p.m. or 1 a.m.?
I like getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
And then I can just chill.
I don't mind being like in the middle of the pack, but I definitely don't like being at the end. Unless you're the headliner and you're getting paid a handsome fee, but I haven't experienced that part yet. All right, here's Sacred with Count Me Out with Sniper Beats, I guess.
Yeah. It's sacred. I count my blessings like 1, 2. That's for my son and daughter. And every time that I come through, I know the
love supportive, I'm blessed. Let me tell you again, I'm blessed. I'll be doing this till there's no time left. Stakes are highest, where I'm involved to be for nice guys, so I kill them with kindness. I count my blessings like Ian died, that I didn't get deep in the street life. I throw up a peace sign. If I had to do this again, I choose this each time. I'd be ready for it all. I don't pay you no mind, and there's no penny for your thoughts. Pen and rhyme, but my weapons are drawn. That's how I be settling scores. Revenge means nothing, man. I'm blessed to the core. 1, 2, they can't count me out. Even if I go in circles like a roundabout, I can't stay quiet with the louder mouth. Cause what I accomplished, I shout it out. 1, 2, they can't count me out. Even if I go in circles like a roundabout, I can't stay quiet with the louder mouth. Cause what I accomplished, I shout it out. 1, 2, I count my blessings. 3, 4, do you get the message? Center of attention, back for the winter, I'm interested. The best thing since wrestling. Attention please, mention me. So much till I got plaques on my wall like a centerpiece. I do for me, my kids and everybody that roots for me. From underground, wanna blossom to my peak. I prove to be, I can't lose my streak. I'm the chosen 1, 2, and 3. I do this every day like Groundhog. Most deaf, I could do it with a sound off. Loud all my lyrics, saying that my visions, making you be tripping, praying for my downfall. How long till they listen? Sacred being with it, ages creating without fault. 1, 2, they can't count me out. Even if I go in circles like a roundabout, I can't stay quiet with the louder mouth. Cause what I accomplished, I shout it out. 1, 2, they can't count me out. Even if I go in circles like a roundabout, I can't stay quiet with the louder mouth. Cause what I accomplished, I shout it out.
All right. Is Count Me Out by Sacred.
Here's a question, Dice. If you use, I think we talked about this last time, or maybe the time before, but like, where do you draw the line between homage and biting, where it's like, all right, there was just a clear use of like best thing since wrestling, an Eminem line, and you think of it, but he didn't like just, you know, kind of say it as his own. It kind of seemed like he was sort of paying homage, but also he just said exactly what Eminem did. Where do you draw the line?
To me, and I realize I'm probably on an island with this opinion. I don't pay attention to all that stuff unless somebody is like fully manipulating like a whole or half of a verse and then pretending like they came up with it on their own. Like, I think we've been around the block enough to know that there's going to be overlap in concepts. There's going to be overlap in rhymes. And sure, somebody might say something that somebody else said. So I would count it all as homage up until the point where if somebody's in denial, like, no, this is me, this is who I am, then okay, now you're trespassing on sacred territory of like, just admit you're not the first to ever say that.
Okay. Well, I'll just quickly give my feedback. I think I like this. I think it had a fun vibe to it, you know, kind of one of those like optimistic, like life's good. Come on, guys. You know, one of those like, come on, gang.
Come
we
on,
got
gang.
this. Come on, gang.
The fist pump.
You know, this is one of those where like, you know, I do think that the mix was my main issue with it, was just the vocals sounded a little harsh, specifically like it felt like it needed more of a de-esser. A lot of the S's were just kind of coming in a little hot. But overall, like the energy's there. I think it's a solid track. Give it a 7.5.
I'm in the same realm. Here's my feedback. Is this is a very safe track, right? This is like, you know how like when we were listening to Eminem and DMX and, you know, Juvenile from the South, Ludacris, and then people be like, oh yeah, don't forget to pay respects to KRS One and Big Daddy Kane. Like, this feels like dated music in today's spectrum of how people are performing flow wise and lyrically on beats. Like, and I'm not saying that Sacred is a dated artist or that he didn't make a good song. I'm saying this song feels like it's just out of place in the time loop that we're in right now. Like I feel like music has evolved beyond this kind of production and this kind of very basic flow. It's just a safe record. So like all the positivity of it is cool from a, can I play this for anyone and they, nod along and respect it? Yeah, but if I had to compare this to like today's like music that's coming out, I would say it's behind the times, sound wise. So it just feels dated and it feels like a safe record, and I want more evolution in how he's flowing and how he's performing. It's just very, as much as we wanted Cyclone on the beat, this is what we would ask Cyclone to do. This is not what I would ask Sacred to do, is how I would phrase it. I want him to do more. I want him to take more risk. Give me a little bit of fast here. Give me a little bit more, different variations and flex it. It was just very safe from start to finish, and I just wanted more out of it. It wanted me longing for more versatility. But not a bad record. I give it a 7. Today is Dice Hater Day. Uh-oh. Now, is this homage here? Kato's track is called All the Way Up. That homage?
All the way up.
Or is that biting?
Yeah, is that a song we know?
It might be. Let's listen and see. Here's Kato, All the Way Up.
Running shit up, nigga. All the way up. All the way up. Running shit up, nigga. Running shit up, nigga. Running shit up, nigga.
All right, that was Kato with All the Way Up. Cool beat. The keys at the end are a little bit harsh and sharp on the ears, but everything else I liked about it, except fucking vocal sample. Offbeat, out of place, and I know you're trying to, use it to spark some sort of callback or call to action, whatever you want to do with it, but the timing is horrible and it's out of place. Take that shit off and you still got a good beat. I'm not gonna knock you for that. I'll just give it an 8 and say you need to mute that vocal sample. Just mute the whole track.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is like it felt like overall a little loud, but the fucking vocal sample, why? Get it the fuck out of there. I don't know, man. It feels like sometimes producers, and this isn't just specific to Kato, but it feels like sometimes producers, like, maybe they wanted to rap, maybe they're big fans of rap, whatever, so they're just like, oh, I need some sort of vocals here. I need talking or rapping or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. You fucking don't.
Don't do it.
And it makes it 1,000 times worse when it's just inserted randomly and off beat. So get it the fuck out. And also just ongoing PSA to all producers. We probably don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? We probably don't need some, Casablanca fucking 20 seconds of the guy talking shit to the girl. It doesn't matter. Like I'd rather talk my own shit to my own girls. That's where I'm at.
Listen here, woman, you stay in the kitchen here in Casablanca while I go fuck other bitches abroad.
Yeah. No Casablanca samples, people. I'll give it a cool beat otherwise. I'll give it a 7.
All right. We got Lucas and Noir up next, but let's do a little bit of a palate cleanser. Let me circle back and spin the block. Here is the missed DJ Tongue Hero track, so we get even with him and he stops threatening me. Just kidding, but please don't threaten me anymore. Here is DJ Tongue Hero with New Licka. Make sure the pronunciation is clear on that. New Licka. Okay? Don't want any confusion.
Do you know the difference between jam and jelly? I can't jelly my tongue in your ass. DJ Tongue Hero.
Wait, what?
Between jam and jelly, I can't jelly my tongue in your ass. DJ Tongue Hero.
You ever heard that before?
No.
Good one.
Hey, dog.
Teenage Mutant Ninja. Okay.
He drops a banger every week. DJ Tongue Hero.
Bird, I'm just gonna come out and say what everybody's thinking, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But this would have been a 10 out of 10 if you just used the black man and just used the N-word.
Is that what everyone's thinking?
That's what everybody's thinking is like, just say it. Say what's on your mind. I just think the volume of the vocals needed to be a little bit louder. It was a little bit low on the low side, but I think the passion behind the singing was good. The layers were good. Video was interesting, albeit confusing for me at the end with the cameos by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Super Mario Brothers. I wanted a little bit more singing in the outro. But yeah, I'll give it a 8.
Yeah, I'll just say what everyone's also thinking. That video was funny as fuck. I love that. I mean, they're always well made, but this might be one of my favorite Tongue Hero videos. Kind of like Dice said, the only downside here is just the how far back in the mix the vocals are. That's just it. Like literally, I don't even need you to do anything crazy with the mix. Just literally take those volumes of the vocals, turn it up by 3 decibels and then re-release this shit. Because that's catchy, it's funny, it's cool. There is a part of me again where
That
I'm
wants
like,
the N-word. Oh, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say is like, catch me out at. He's driving a car. We're at the bar. I was like, and then you're like, oh, but fun shit's happening on the screen. So like, forget it.
Yeah.
So again, it kind of goes back to the writing. Is like, do I need more? Not with the right amount of fun video.
Yeah.
So, but I just wanted to call it out to say you're not fooling me. I hear things. Car bar guy. You a car bar guy? Car bar? All right. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Do me a personal favor and just make an N-word black person version. Just send that directly to my DM. just for my own personal amusement. Replace the frog with the black man from the other video. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Ogmatic asks, hasn't followed the journey. Is he the vocals, make the beat? What's him on this? I know for a fact he's vocals and the video. Did you make the beat? I think not.
I think he outsources the beats, but we'll let DJ Tongue Hero speak for himself. But outsources the beats, but he's the vocals, he does the singing, the rapping, and whenever you hear him, but he does all the video generation and the editing of the videos. If you followed his journey from the beginning, he used to have just kind of like a simple looping video when he first introduced his songs, but now he's gotten to full-fledged, like, okay, there's different scenes here. So the evolution of DJ Tongue Hero has definitely been impressive to watch from a creative standpoint. Like, we've watched him go from just like, okay, here's this AI character and I'll just kind of loop a 8-second video while the song is playing to like, well, let me get some scenes here, let me have the character doing this. So it's been a cool journey that we've watched him go on.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
All right. Also on a journey, up next, Lucas heard the feedback about the fast rapping. So he said try something slower, but kept the conceptual parts. Let's see what Lucas has here. Here is Perspective 2.
Spring a new chapter for flowers to blossom. The leaves dried long ago. I couldn't solve the mystery of my mental. I saw what they are, then my dreams died down. I questioned how I was a walker in a city full of places that I could get lost and pay the wages of my losses. My confidence drops quick to love as it fueled us by the power keeps sparking, but the clock take hardest along with the process. I fiend to find myself victory, so I feed my starving ego, dying highly. The standards are when I eat, find deep that will needed inside me. Indeed, it's easy to say to live free when really it feels like anchors which we built into ourselves. Never let peace entry because images trump being happy. It's hard to find a platform to ascend on where the fear about the unknown creeps into your head. Always shutting down the visions you built, and that's a bet all, cause a lot of people hedging supreme and they all been gone. A slip washes all of your work and they gon' kill off the build up, and it's not feeling to make a pit stop. I'm still jogging far from that wave, ready to lift off, but still our humanity keeps us from being bigger.
We're all broken inside, we're shattered pieces of mind. The frame is never aligned until we finally rise. The different lenses arrive, now I can see through new eyes, and my perspective is still alive.
Tell me what finding the glory I want so bad just wind up with poorly done performances. Why is this the story of when I try to rewrite? I feel more heat and I burn up in the fumes of my own fuel, but they don't propel me far enough to get home soon. I could just quit, but that's worse. The feeling don't suit and it knows you, so it talks to you while you broken. I can't let myself get destroyed by me. The self-destruct button has been off for weeks. If it goes off, how pissed off I be. Couldn't be measured by anybody. Scientists couldn't predict what my peak would be. Neither I, so I live to achieve. The last of this pen, the ink be drying till that day comes, they finish trying.
We're all broken inside. We're shattered pieces of mind. The frame is never aligned until we finally rise. The different lenses arrive. Now I can see through new eyes, and my perspective is still alive.
I got a lot of mirrors, I've seen new reflections, the misdirections. Don't know my stream true with essence. Know I have a positive when it seems though it doesn't. We're on our own, a series of heroes. A vendor to look above and wonder if he don't can make what I made. We get to waste time and we don't respect it. Zero can measure the feats grown. Investor can be this forever. I need more perspectives.
Okay. That was Lucas with Perspective 2. Here's my thought. I think the beat is the worst part of this track. I think you need more dynamic production. I think I like the flow in this better because I could actually like digest some of what you were saying. My advice for recording, I know you're using a headset or whatever you're doing on the hook, however you're positioning yourself for the hook, you need to do for your verses, because the plosives and everything are super pronounced in the verses, but your hooks sound very smooth. And I don't think it's just the layering. I think it's however you're positioning yourself, because you got to belt out the singing. You need to do that same, however you're getting yourself together to do the verses, do the same mannerisms and same techniques there. But I like the slower flow better. Still heavy lyric wise, but I think your beats are probably the thing that's holding you back the most. It's the most uninteresting part of this song, with all due respect. And I don't know if you made it yourself or you found it, Buddy made it, but your beats got to be more interesting so that I pay more attention to what you're saying rather than just super dialed in on what you're saying. Because once the beat is boring, I'm not nodding along, I'm just listening to what you're saying. And I want to nod and listen rather than just listen or just nod. I'll give it a 6.
AD Rocky, are you still here? What's it like hearing you? What's it like hearing someone else who did a you? Because this entire time I'm like, oh man, there's strange inflections put on some of these words. And I even wrote a couple of them down just so I didn't forget. But it's one of those things, like we call it out sometimes for some of our members, where like instead of happy is how it landed on the track. Or what was the other one? Drying. It's like ing, it just sounds weird. You know what I mean? Drying. Dry is like the most pronounced part of it, and there's no emphasis on ing because it's just like an afterthought. Drying, like, yeah, we get it. It goes with the rhyme pattern you've created. But if the word doesn't fit there naturally, then don't fucking use it, right? Or is there a way you can say it less stiff to make it feel natural to it? Maybe, but I haven't found a way, at least listening to it. So drying, no, bad word pronunciation. Dice commented on the plosives. I think that was probably one of the biggest issues, was just on the verses. You're hearing a lot of pops, but I actually didn't mind the beat. I thought that for the most part, the lyrics were interesting. There was a couple of times where, because you're like, trying to match the rhyme pattern and trying to, do complex, you're still too complex. You're still trying to do these complex rhyme patterns, even over this slow beat. And sometimes you got ahead of yourself when kind of, it just, there was a couple of times you fell off. So I would say that, it's a good kind of practice, but the execution wasn't quite there on this one yet either. I'll give it a 6.
Next up, producer of the year, Noir. Here is Pinewood and Posies. What's your favorite flower, D-Bird?
Ooh, it's got to be a dandelion.
Dandelion. That's a fucking weed.
Yeah, but didn't you ever as a kid, grab dandelions and like rub them on the faces of kids you didn't like?
Nah, I just blew them.
You just blew the kids you didn't like? Clip it.
Nah, it's a
Clip it.
dandelion, you moron. But nah, the dandelion's a fucking weed. It's not a. I mean, I guess it's a flowering weed, but
Don't hate on what flowers I like.
I
What
am
flower do
hating
you like?
orchids.
That's a weed. Garbage flower.
All right, here's Pinewood and Posies by Noir.
Variety for you.
Yeah.
Like right when you're like,
This
I
is
want more.
boring.
It gives you more.
Give it some time. All right, that was Pinewood and Posies by the producer of the year, as voted on by the community. Noir. What you think?
Producer of like what, last year? That's like old news.
Oh, last year.
I'll be honest, the first 20 seconds I hated it. I was like, what the fuck is this, Noir? And then 20 seconds in, you're like, oh, I get it now. Oh, okay. Yeah. I ended up liking this a lot. I came around full circle. It was a tough start to get used to, not what I was expecting at all, but I thought that was jazzy. It was cool. I think if I was to, make a suggestion, or if I was to have my way, which never happens, but if I was, the main melody, the main keys, like it kind of sounded like, when somebody's fucking around on a Yamaha, like one of those electric keyboards, and the delay isn't on, it just kind of disappears instantly. I loved the keys. I loved the progression. I think it switched up when it needed to, but in that section where you're doing the main melody keys, I almost wanted them to last like just a little bit longer. It almost felt like in parts it just you did the note and then it disappeared before I wanted it to. So if you could add just like a little bit more of like just stay on the note for even like half of a millisecond longer, I think that would strengthen the overall thing. I'm at a 9 though. I like this. It's different.
Yeah, Noir.
Yeah, increase the sustain. Yes.
Put some extendos on those keys.
Yup. In producer speak, that's yes. You translated my birdisms.
I like this a lot too. If I had to give my wish list of what I wanted in addition to Bird's sustain, I would want to hear like a saxophone or something, some sort of wind instrument in the background as the counter melody. I think it gives a jazzy feel without necessarily like a lot of what we would visually interpret as jazz instruments. So if you could incorporate like a jazz playing in the background, or a saxophone or trumpet or something playing in the background, just real subtle. It doesn't have to be overpowered and like dominate the track, but just something real subtle to kind of add like some counterbalance. I think that would go a long way. But where it's at, I still love it. I like how everything is laid out. I give it a 9.5. Shout out Ray Stans for the gifted sub to Sotorius, our resident fart sniffer. Sotorius. New song, draft, title, TBD. Never a good sign from Ray Stans. Feel like it's gonna be some political shit, or it could be some club shit. We'll see. Here is Ray Stans with whatever the hell this is.
Oh, it's an amazing machine, sir.
Love it already.
Yeah.
I could never teach you, man, what it takes to be a man. You don't seem to see your plan with the scene that be at hand. Rome is burning and you out here playing Peter Pan. Looking shocked when it's time to pay the reaper, man. I can never teach you, man, what it takes to be a man. You don't seem to see your plan with the scene that be at hand. Rome is burning and you out here playing Peter Pan. Looking shocked when it's time to pay the reaper, man. The dome is on fire, ships are alight and the town is ablaze. They're coming for hire, lining them up and they count for days. Oh, how they bend and they stretch the amendments, now I be counting the ways. So when they arrive in the end of the block, it won't be for counting my strays. Watch what I say, watch what you do. You watching me now, well I'm watching you too. I'm watching to see if you're giving the people the rights and the process they do. Cause lately it looks like you kinda forgot, we both know that's a popular view. And that got me craving the pork for the chop, all up in the pot for my stew, man, fuck it, I'm through. Kicking the bucket and rocking my shoe. Enough with the pickets and public appeals. For real, they're not getting through. So here's what you do. Cop you a gun, better yet make it two. And join me out here in the slippery slope. We slide on ice in a few. I can never teach you, man, what it takes to be a man. You don't seem to see your plan with the scene that be at hand. Rome is burning and you out here playing Peter Pan. Looking shocked when it's time to pay the reaper, man.
There more, Ray? There's 40 seconds left. That's it. Okay. Title to be determined by Ray. Draft. I'm gonna say what everybody's thinking again, Bird, because I know
Just say the N-word.
I know I've been 100%, one for one out of those today. I like the song. I would like it more if it wasn't so political.
If you just wrote about something else over that beat, I'd like it more.
Hear me out. If Ray truly had an op, if Ray had somebody that he was like in knee-deep beef with,
Who would he have an op with? He's
I
the
don't
most
know.
pleasant man of all time.
That's what I'm saying. If Ray truly had like somebody, if he was like Kendrick Lamar and he had a Drake, and this song was directed at a person, not the government, as he's saying in the chat, I would like this more. I'm just a black man in Texas. I'm not going against the government. You white people handle that. I'm not trying to get locked up. What do you mean? But no, I do like the technicality of it. I think it's cool that he's evolved to the point where he's using his voice inflections wisely and strategically. And I like the flow a lot. I wish that there was more, I guess, vocal presence in the beginning and the end, but being at the draft, I can understand, all we got is a verse. That's just my subjective thought is I'm not into government songs. That's all. But objectively, I think this is dope. I think he did a good job. I would love to hear what it sounds like as a finished version, because it does sound like it has a little bit of, mixing technicality to it with the verify to slow down on the voice in some parts and all the other stuff. So I think it's a good it's headed in the right direction. I'd give it an 8 for where it sits. Subjectively, I'd give it a 6.
There we go. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think the beat is crazy. The beat is fire. I really like how Ray has kind of evolved and is, you know, able to use his voice and use his flow. Like this is, you know, definitely demonstrating what he's learned. I think, you know, I'm a fan of where the mix is too, where it's like I noticed on the hook where you had some like kind of breaths in the background and some like effects that you did. Like it was, you know, more put together, right? You added some extra layers there to just kind of like add some body to it, and it worked. So I'm a fan of the hook. That Peter Pan line, it really stands out to me. So if you're thinking of like, you know, what to name it, that was kind of the thing that cut through to me as like the overall theme of it. I do like the verses. I think that there was like one small section where I think the flow teetered a little bit. And I would say that overall I like it. Could you lean into more specifics rather than the generalities? Maybe.
Get a nod.
Yeah, I think for a song like this, would it make sense to, you know, maybe not specific, like here's this specific action that was taken, but more like, why is it that you're mad? What is it that has got you going on? What's even happening in the world? I don't know. I'm just a white guy from Texas.
Name names. Call Donald Trump by name next time.
I mean, it's like if you're gonna do it, maybe instead of specifics, my suggestion would be like more creative. Like, you know, there's a million ways to say things. You can say, "Hey, they're grabbing people off the streets," or they're saying, "Snatch kids out of their preschools." Like it's kind of the same thing, but on one hand you have like more visuals, more you know, creative imagery. So that would be my comment. Creative imagery, even without specifics, could make it stronger. I'll give it a 8.5.
Grab him by the pussy.
Grab him by the pussy. That's right.
Basically what Bird is telling you to do.
Yep. All the pussies, grab them. Just doink, doink, doink.
What a time to be alive, folks, huh? 2026. And they said
hide your pussies.
And the Mayans said the world was going to end 3 or 4 times. Ha! Boy, were they wrong, huh?
They just got their dates off a little bit. They didn't have an iPhone to know which dates were.
Yeah. Losers and their Nextel chirp phones. They need to get iPhones, right? That's what people tell me. All right, next up. A.D. Rocky. A.D., I gotta admit, I saw the title of this and I got a little bit worried. It's called Motherless, featuring no C notes. For those of you who are unaware, A.D. Rocky has a past, all right? We all have a past, but this man has a past. And sometimes he goes a little bit too in depth on those pasts, and we're like, whoa, slow your roll. But he's gotten a lot better about just being gentle with it. No pun intended. So we'll see what A.D. Rocky has for us today. Here is Motherless featuring...
I want to make a quick comment. My hope is that he just says words like a normal and that no C notes. Maybe is that the visualizer?
It's a visualizer. Well, I think this is the feature, and then this video is a visualizer.
Okay, because if it's 2 verses and A.D. Rocky leans too hard into the hyper specifics and C notes does like some, you know, bar out like I fucked your bitch music, that'd be so funny.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
We basically, once we formulate in a relationship with you guys, we we have a wish list before we even press play on your music. We're like, okay, here's what I want to hear. Like before Ray, I even played the Ray song. I was like, oh, it's gonna be some government shit. Sure enough, fucking was.
Yeah, here's what we want, Rocky. We want every word you pronounce, I want you to end on an up. Happy, draining. That's my goal.
All right. After this, we got a tip from Noir. Shout out Noir. So here is AD Rocky with Motherless.
Someone got it. Let's go.
Like a motherless child.
I'd like to welcome y'all to my album. Now I ain't made this shit for anybody who wants their shit squeaky clean. I'm broke as fuck, and this is just me.
Yo, Eddie, what you talking about?
So I had my time, my parents haven't met till now. Tryna make it out, had a couple doubts, little send it out. They can't touch me like I'm Jera now. Shooting people, been playing in your system. The states that play that shit in the system for the children. Send them to a prison if they scared cause they a victim. Them children need a hug, the work is busy condescending. Living with our friends, got the flow fire. Where the chin that nigga gave, I'm a flow biter. Cause I let the trauma act like the ghost rider. Gotta make their life a hell until they know it's dire. Acting like pills of magic, pushing y'all label shit just to stamp the prescriptions. Tricking us just to keep it clientele up the dose, get us so keep us in shit. I'm tied down by God's sizing me out, trying to stigmatize me like now this guy bow to beat his wife cause I found his life wild, trying to get some clout, shoot guys down, they hide now. I spoke about this shit to staff, ain't got sentimental shit's a mental sin, it's not coincidental. The ones who gets into the pen used to get belittled. Tuvins like the older me who fix the shit that hit him.
Yo, Eddie, what you talking about?
How I haven't even made it out my mama's house.
Hey, yo, it's Tovin in this bitch, I'm on your fucking couch. Notice since a kid now, killing shit and getting clout. I ain't had a doubt since I dropped out, bitch, I made it out. Trying to get a couple M's in my new account. But they billies keep us really in a fucking drought. Yo, what you know about? Stretch a $20 bill to the end of the week. So not $1, man, you'll be the only thing you can eat. But not $1, man, you ain't even $1, it's $3. What else you motherfuckers coming down to take it from me? And you can take it from me. I'll send them off in the coffin. They ask me if I offer them every day. I said often. You gotta take precautions and watch where you're walking. I had enough of y'all robbing Peter to pay ball with. Talk my shit, use a bitch, pipe down. Quick load the clip, finish, shut shit down. Click, click, I blast off your shit right now. Ain't no way you coming round for the other rounds.
Shout out Brisk Lemon Iced Tea.
I like how for the feature, the visualizer just stopped at guns and brisk iced tea. Like we don't need any more animations. We don't need any more scenes. Just pistol and tea.
Boink. I also love that it's like a little bit of whimsy. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna murder you, but first I'm gonna take a sip of refreshing lemon brisk iced tea.
Shout out brisk iced tea. That was a cool track though. Good. I like the feature. I like the flows on it. I like this. It sounds like it's the start of your album, maybe. The only structural thing I would say is I would have liked to hear the hook come back in at the end there rather than it just kind of just drop off and end. I was kind of waiting for that because I like the balance between you two of the call and then response. That was pretty cool. I like the way you did that. I don't have any too strong of complaints about this. I thought it was good. I think your vocals still have a little bit of like muffliness to them or thickness to them. Maybe they could be thinned out a little bit, but I definitely think you came correct. Maybe Bird might have some, slight little mannerism things he might point out, but I definitely think the feature fit well with this, and I like the track overall. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, here's where I'm at. I thought that beat was fucking banging. Like right off the bat when it came in, I was like, okay, yep, love this. Feature was very strong. There is, as I suspected, some disparity between your hyper specific, like you said something about getting touched like Aunt Jared or Uncle Jared. I don't know. Like you're talking about some shit, some hyper specific shit, and then in comes this feature that's like guns. I'll click clack you. I'll send you to a coffin often. It's like it is kind of funny. Like one of you guys got to meet the other one where they're at. The only other kind of sort of feedback or like criticism I'd give for you, AD Rocky, is it almost seems like you're listening to me too much, where you didn't do weird pronunciations to the words, and so now they just don't rhyme. So you just like didn't rhyme the words because you said them like a normal, but now the word doesn't work because it doesn't fucking rhyme. So there was a couple times in there where you just kind of gave up on rhyming. But I thought that overall the energy was there, the lyrics were cool, and I think that it's a fun listen to see how you both approached it. So I'd give it an 8 too.
Word. All right, next up, tip from Noir. Here is I'm Really Like That.
Okay, can't touch me like MJ right now. Maybe that was my past history of some of the songs coming forward, and maybe I didn't hear it. Can't touch me like MJ right now, because MJ, Michael Jackson, is dead and can no longer molest young boys.
Come on, MJ didn't do that shit. He didn't do
Boom.
that. MJ didn't touch kids.
I don't know. I'm not Macaulay Culkin.
He sang Thriller. Huh?
Look, I'm just saying he had access to all of them Home Alone boys.
He sang Beat It. He sang Bad. Smooth
Yeah.
Criminal.
Yeah. What do you think that was about? He wanted Macaulay Culkin to beat his little boy Pete.
Just say the
Michael
N-word.
Jackson's a sex predator.
Just say the N-word. All right. Here's Noir. I'm Really Like That.
Oh yeah.
I like that. It's right up my alley.
Oh yeah.
That was Noir with I'm Really Like That. Are you like that, Bird? You about that life?
Yeah, I'm about that life, about that like sitting on your couch and watching movies for 8 hours a day life. Yeah, brother. That's me. Listen, I liked the drums, I liked the guitar, I liked this overall. I think it was good song choice. I just got a little bored by the progression. I think the main kind of melody here is kind of 2 guitar notes, right? And then goes into the next like under the beat sort of melody progressor. But like if you just look at the main kind of here's what stands out as the main melody, it's da-na, and then da-na. Like it goes up 1 2 and then down 1 2, and it's spaced out by like a bar of kind of nothing with obviously more, you know, happening in the background. But that's what it felt like, is you're just kind of waiting for the next 2 notes. So you know, I would just say that I like this, but I wanted a little bit more. I liked the guitar. I wanted more of a melody, and I think that's what happens when you start getting into some of these the mains that only have like 2 notes to them. They're well done, but I want more. That being said, the guitars were catchy, or the drums were catchy, and I found myself kind of imagining rapping over it. Where am I at? 8. I'm at an 8.
I liked it. I didn't mind, the progression. I thought the arrangement was cool. Good vibes. Gave me a little bit of like country western-ish, but modern hip hop-ish blended together. And I liked it. I didn't have too many like negative things. I think it kind of just fits in the moment that it fits. Maybe it's not like a immediate pick up and start writing, but I think in the right atmosphere it would spark some creativity. I give it an 8.5.
Spark.
Click, click, spark. Next up, The Fallen Dove at Bay. Lyrics in thread. Not gonna read that shit.
As you read them.
I'll just put it up for you.
It's J Mark.
You wanna mask yourself in a limelight just to step out the shells at nighttime. You force a smile on your face, I see it. Force another hit of a blunt, so be it. They say grass is greener on the other side. You tried both sides, but green takes your pride. Your green turns brown when inside you die. So the plants I show, life are dry. You evaded death for another day, just for you to die by the next way. You insanity, poke at your soul, for it to grin and then leave it cold. Keep it low in shifts at a lonely bay, or they'll trap you in many, many ways. So shovel down each meal till you're old. Live with the dreams and smiles you sold. The Reaper is your pal, and you can't shake it. I'm down now, cause life is what you make it. Sound the alarm sirens make me evade it. My smile's gone, even if I could fake it. I'm more life than you masked motherfuckers. Eyes on you now, soon there'll be another. Burn the ink page, you don't have to suffer. Stick up for us, the devil isn't your brother. I know you're lonely, trust me, I know. You're used to nothing but phonies. Asking for a favor, signing each waiver. Take bits of paper, can't save a
I know you're lonely, trust me, I know. You're used to nothing but phonies.
Bars.
What are we doing, Dove? Hey, it doesn't rhyme. Hey, the timing's off. Play.
The flavor. Soon the apprentice becomes a master. You'll be sobbing and screaming, you bastard. Look on the bright side, smiles will come faster. You can finally fly away from that disaster. You evaded death for another day, just for you to die by the next way. You insanity, poke at your soul, for it to grin and then leave it cold. Keep it low in shifts at a lonely bay, or they'll trap you in many, many ways. So shovel down each meal till you're old. Live with the dreams and smiles you sold.
Yeah, the stuff you so big, yeah, the stuff you so big. You know you wanna go big. Whoa, I bet you find a new place. I bet you go on, babe. Yeah,
It's off script now.
Babe.
There's no
I'll be
more
forever lonely. I don't wanna deal with you fucking phonies. I know I'm a lost cause.
All right, look.
I think this was your fault, Dice. You're like, I want to hear your lower voice.
Well, he didn't do the fucking lower voice until the end of the song. That isn't even on the fucking script that he gave us. What the fuck? Blame me for this shit.
I think that was your fault.
The whole thing is off key, Dove. It's off key. Like, I get it. You want to sing in this higher register, but you're you're doing this like partially talking and partially singing stuff, and it's off key. It's like before I forget it, this in the second verse where you go, soon the apprentice becomes the master, you'll be sobbing and screaming, you bastard. Look, I will say this to anybody, rapper, singer, folklore teller, spoken word poet. If you have to quote something, it's probably not going to come across properly in a song. Like if you have to say somebody's screaming, you bastard, it's just it doesn't flow well in the context of a song. You quoting somebody, unless it's done in like a very particular way where you can distinguish who's saying what. And usually that's done in like mocking a voice or something. But here, let me just pot shot some shit. Here, let's see. Find some.
In many ways, so shovel down each male teeth. Step at the shells at nighttime. You force a smile on your face, I see it.
You force a smile on your face, I see it. Like you're giving these like weird range and variations. You force a face. You force a what the fuck is the lyric? Hold on.
You force a smile on your face.
You force a smile on your face, I see it. Just say it normally. Like if you're going to sing, you have to sing it in a key that is sustained. I mean, I know Bird was talking about piano keys earlier on the Noir beat, but same thing goes with your voice. You can't say, you force a smile on your face, I see it. Like you're just going up and down these waves for no reason. And that's why this whole thing sounds off key. And that's what we've been telling you in all your songs that sounds off key, is because you're doing this like fucking vocal range thing and it's just off. Just if you can't say it in your normal voice, then you have to sing it in key. And that's just the bottom line of this whole song, is it's off key. And the wording is like obtuse sometimes. It's just too many words, or it's not worded in a way that flows. I give it a 3.
Well, first off, shout out Gray Baby, keeping the dabbing alive.
Kill dabbing.
A dab. Look, Dove, it's what Dice said. I think there were parts where it's like, okay, you're starting to get the timing down, and then right as I was thinking that, you kind of didn't. Like there was some times where again you're just like coming in too early, or like just it's not matching up, right? It's like if you could take even 1/10 of the amount of faithfulness that AD Rocky has to sticking with a song structure, if you can take just 1/10 of how insistent AD Rocky is of like, here's my song structure, and I'm always going to land this rhyme on this downbeat, and here's the exact cadence I will use for each one of these. I think that's what it's missing. It's like you don't know how to use your voice, specifically around like the tones. Like Dice said, you're kind of guessing. You hear the music and you're kind of guessing, like, I don't know which tone I should use. I just go up and down until the song ends. It's like, so also, just commenting on the lyrics here is like, there's a couple things writing wise to improve. I think one that's just common, and I'll make a generalization here. They'll trap you in many, many ways. Did you need both manys? Right? Like that's just filler. That's just bad writing, because you can reword that in a way to make it not repeat itself and to not, have it's filler in the same way that sometimes
the line before it, keep your lonely ships at a lonely bay. Like you use lonely twice in the same sentence. And I think, reading into what Bird is saying, I think the problem with the writing is that you're writing to get out angst from your brain, and you're not writing to sing a song. Like you're not writing this to be sung, you're just writing it because you're venting.
Yeah. So I think there is some level of musicality that, like, from, your mind to the page, or, to your phone, translated into, oh, I found this beat, something's missing along those lines. So we say these things to, hopefully improve some of these. So I would just say that this one isn't the worst song that I've heard from you or from the community, but I didn't love it. And I also, verse 1 hook, verse 2 hook, like I think you wrote hook, but the music doesn't indicate it's a hook. You came in like halfway through where the song had a verse.
Yeah, and verse
that
2
was
is
just a verse.
Verse 2 is twice as long as verse 1. That kind of threw me off because I'm like, where's the hook at? And then I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, you said hook, but the music didn't call for a hook there. So again, it's just like understanding the musicality is just completely missing. So for that reason, I'm at a 2.
Don't be obtuse, Gray Baby. All right, what's up, Noid? Welcome to the chat.
Noid. Noise.
Let's see, we got Cable, got Noid, Michael, NB Lock that's been hanging out in the chat, and then that will be our show for today. So shout out to you.
4 left.
I know. It's been a great run. Been a good 2 hours so far.
Here's a secret for anyone that's like watching this live right now. If you aren't subscribed and you don't have access to our Wednesday queue, that's fine. You can actually drop a song right now in this queue for Sunday, and then you can be first up next time if
Yeah.
you don't want to wait so long.
Lines wide open for next week's show. So if you don't want to wait 2 hours into the show to hear your track played, get in line early. Sooner the better. All right. Here is Cable. It says, dropped this 2 years ago, but apparently forgot to share it with us. So here's State Fair.
And 2.5 hours, Miss Cray Baby. We did this early. What song do you have, Miss G Baby?
Been so hard to manage all this unforeseen luck. Taking you for granted, always been my +1. Wasn't how we planned it, guess we had some tough sledding, but kept my feelings tucked in and now I'm love stuck. Pieces of you left back within my recollection, cause I've been missing you, having dreams of kissing you. Skepticism hitting me about me not dismissing you. A little birdie told me that I was feeling whole with you. It was something I ain't realized, but now I'm toting realize it's been so hard to cut ties, and now I'm caught on this side, looking towards the Messiah. Seen his name in E5, but maybe niggas is lying. Maybe I'm just too prideful. It's something that I saw in the Bible. Sunny days for my disciples, run away from all the cycles. Some I already decided. Saw an archangel, Michael told me I'm not suicidal. I'm just caught in my moksha, ready for a revival. My cup is spilleth over, feeling cold as it's October. Meningitis in my brain, I hate every moment I'm sober. So I'ma sit up and sip the flash. I'm a slave to my past, caving in with a mask in a pen. Save the asking for the finish, metamorphosis within. For affection, I'm a menace, tame a smokeless, flame a gin. In a window, pane with it. You can see through to the core of me, I'm cellophane with it. While these lyrics came and went, feeling so impatient, pondering and waiting on this shit. Ever since she was leaving, I ain't thinking too confident. But I'm here and I'm there, rode the rides at Town Square, energies is everywhere and it's so packed. I stay fair, I'm here and there, rode the rides at Town Square, energies is everywhere, it's so packed. I stay fair, hold me.
Right, that was State Fair by Cable, aka Amir Vic. You like fairs, Bird?
To be fair, yeah. This reminded me of eating an elephant ear and then getting on the spinning teacup ride, you're like, whoa, okay, I'm having fun. Am I in danger? I don't know.
Am I in danger is not something you want to say on a fair ride. The answer is yes.
No, this was chill. I mean, it feels sure. Like I can see 2 years ago, like there was definitely some bits and pieces where I was like, I want it to be a little bit better, and I'll name those right in here. I loved the intro. I loved the backing singing. I wish that you had kind of that as a chorus that could come in at the end, like have something to break up the verses, just song structure wise. I think that you had a very cool sound to it that you could have reused. I'd say that the mix on it wasn't great. That's probably a testament to it being a little older. Just a little bit of plosives, like you could just kind of hear the quality of the vocals over it. But I liked the writing, cool flow. There were a couple pockets where it got off a little bit, but for the most part, it was a interesting listen with a cool beat. And I just wanted a hook to break it up. I'll give this one. I'll give it a 7. There was some things I didn't like from a technical standpoint, but I still thought it was a good listen.
Yeah. I thought it started out shaky flow wise, but then as you got a little bit further, you fell into that comfort zone and it didn't feel as hesitant in the delivery. This was one of those tracks where it's just like a long verse, and I kind of wish that there was a hook to break it up a little bit and kind of, like Bird said, capitalize. You did some layering at the end that sounded really good, and I wish you incorporated that into some sort of hook and like made this, more digestible to a casual listener, I should say. I think that's probably my only drawback to this is like from a casual listening perspective, it's too in depth. But if I'm like a fan of your music, or if I'm just looking for some introspective thoughts, like if I'm Ray Stans going against the government, I'm probably turning this on as I'm going out to my protest. But if I'm Dice just sitting in my living room, chilling, playing video games, I'm probably not going to turn this on. So there's that framework of how I would, approach it. But I think you did a solid job. I'd give it a 7. All right, next up, Noid. Supposed to. Spelled with 2s instead of S's, but that's okay.
Nigga just heating up. Some of y'all talking too much, but y'all really not keeping up. Keep it 1,000, you really not keeping up. Fucking your hoe, cause she know I go deep enough. Scuba dive in the pussy, am I deep enough? She thinks so.
We have a 138 in progress.
Guardian.
I was supposed to bend, got it, bitch, I'm still pushing strong. I was supposed to bend, fall off, bitch, I'm still going on. I had so much pride, ain't know what to do. I was all alone. Now my pocket's wide, looking like a big fat ass hoe. Check the wrist necklace on me, fit everything. Check your bitch, she be on me, but I ain't tripping. Now I got some money, I see everything just really be a game. Now I got some blue hundreds, I see all these bitches act the same. Eliante made the chain, NOID caused the pain. Slave labor brought the fame. Now I'm Django Unchained. Mr. Jones putting all these dogs in the fucking kennel. Blood on the cotton like a nigga killing all the brittles. Real contagious, if this bitch touch me, she might just get the Skittles. No vision, poor decisions in the dark playing with fiddles. You ain't gotta tell me, I already know this bitch gon' be a jammer. I'm worthy enough, nigga.
Do you say in the dark playing with fiddles?
I think Skittles.
The brittles. Real contagious, if this bitch touch me, she might. ID caused the pain. Slave labor brought the fame. Now I'm Django Unchained. Mr. Jones putting all these dogs in the fucking kennel. Blood on the cotton like a nigga killing all the brittles. Real contagious, if this bitch touch me, she might just get the Skittles. No vision, poor decisions in the dark playing with fiddles. You ain't gotta.
Yeah, in the dark playing with fiddles. Never
Are we
played.
just saying whatever?
Never played a fiddle in the dark before. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Tell me I already know this bitch gon' be a jammer. I'm worthy enough, nigga, I can lift Thor's hammer. On their radar now, I'm on their radar now. Rick down, and you know Nature Boy is on the prowl. On their radar now, I'm on their radar now. Fort Wayne right when a soldier hit him 40 cal. Why you talking? Ain't no talking, fancy talking, get him face shot then. Fuck that countdown, nigga, you too slow. Face card popping, energy rocking, these hoes talking, cause I'm knocking. Take a look at me, bitch, yeah, I'm a superstar like Powerline. I was supposed to bend, got it, bitch, I'm still pushing strong. I was supposed to bend, fall off, bitch, I'm still going on. I had so much pride, ain't know what to do, I was all alone. Now my pockets wide, looking like a big fat ass hoe. I was supposed to bend, fall off, I had haters on the low. I was supposed to bend, pop it, bitch, try play me like I'm broke. Like that seed in that concrete, they really ain't wanna see me grow. Always helping out, but when I ask, ain't nobody show. Hey, I'm going out of body, take a few bitches out to Bali. Lit off of the weed and Molly, party to the break of dawn we go. Too late, fuck you, sorry. Take 'em out just like the Charlie. Bruce Wayne just chugging Bacardi. I'm enlightened, but I'm not Illuminati. I like my hoes very freaky and naughty. Switch she's the op with a Gen 12 shotty. Recreate, nah, they cannot copy. Observer to the shit, they cannot rob me. In my villain era, who wanna stop me? Hoes in the back and they both wanna top me. Don't miss the balls and it better be sloppy. Real sloppy, supposed to bend, got it, bitch, I'm still pushing strong. I was supposed to bend, fall off, bitch, I'm still going on. I had so much pride, ain't know what to do, I was all alone. Now my pockets wide, looking like a big fat ass hoe. I was supposed to bend, fall off, I had haters on the low. I was supposed to bend, pop it, bitch, try play me like I'm broke. Like that seed in that concrete, they really ain't wanna see me grow. Always helping out, but when I ask, ain't nobody show.
All right, this is Noid with Supposed To. Off the bat, the outro is way louder than everything else in the song. I would turn down the vocals in the outro because it's just overpowering. In the intro, you had that very, very, very long pause, which I feel like was too big of a pause before you got back into doing the actual song. I don't know if you can shorten that up, but it just felt like it was just like lingering a little bit too long with silence before the song actually kicked in. I think you have a great presence. You have a lot of energy. You know how to use your voice very well. I wish the hook felt like a hook. It just felt like a very long verse because the hook is just like in the same style as the verses, just one layer with ad libs. Like if you could double up the hook somehow, like just give it more body, give it more clarity of like, hey, this is the hook, pay attention to this part. I think that would help. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, the beat. The beat, it has that overpowering, like, I guess, bass line to it, but there's no hi-hats or anything. I don't know. The beat feels imbalanced, but I think you kind of make up for that with your vocal performance, but it just like, I don't know, something's off with the beat where it just feels out of whack, where it's just relying too heavily on the synth as the bass, and there's nothing else happening. Which I guess it works. It fits with like the energy that you're giving, but I don't know, something was throwing me off there. But I think those are the main things that like really stood out to me. I just wish the hook was more prominent and that the intro and the outro were a little bit more balanced. I'll give it a 7.5. I'm somewhere in between it, wanting it to be higher, but I don't think it should be lower because you're very talented in how you put the song together. So I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah. I agree with the hook part. I also will just double down on loved the energy and the delivery. I think, I'll just say it. I fucking hated the beat. I thought the beat was dog shit. I was like, why do people love these fucking loud beep boopy rage bullshit beats? I don't get it. But that being said, you brought kind of the only type of energy you can to such a beep boopy bullshit beat, BBB. And for some reason made me hate it less. Because I think that, you know, if you insist on doing it, that's how you do it, is you bring that sort of energy, the inflections kept it interesting. Like you weren't just one tone throughout the whole thing. There was a lot of kind of experimentalness that that kept it fun, you know? So I would just say shout out for making that garbage ass beat kind of work. And the only other, you know, critique I would have is there are certain parts in the lyrics where I was like, I don't know about this one. And then the, you know, beat boops just immediately, you know, knocked that thought right out of my head because I immediately just focused on hating those. But the fiddle line stood out to me. I did see Sinners. I was hungover in Vegas, so I was like, you know, kind of in and out of it on my deathbed there. So maybe other people would have gotten the reference. I definitely didn't. So I was like, why are we playing with fiddles in the dark? And there was also like the classic Bacardi party. And you're like, oh, man, I hate that cliche. But there was a lot of interesting things you said too. Like even just taking bitches out to Bali, doing Molly. You know, I think there's some pluses and minuses on the lyric side, but overall, a solid track. I'm gonna give it I want to give it an 8. I'll just say an 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm an 8.
There's a lot of people in our community that could learn a thing or two from how you do your vocal inflections. I'll just say that.
Yes.
Like, I think you're like definitely top of the food chain in like how to use your voice and invoke like a feeling. Like you're very good at that. So for whatever we don't like about your music, we rock with your style.
Look, I'll just, you know, let's just start calling out some names. Dove, if you're still here, this is a great thing to listen to and learn from, right? Like, you know, we were talking separately of like, you know, some of the feedback I gave today. But this is a great example of using your voice as an instrument, right? Rather than just chanting words in one solid tone, you know, that's not music. That's not musicality. Using the voice as an instrument and hitting different pockets and going up and down in a structured, controlled way. That's a great example. And kind of the same way, you know, shout out to AD Rocky and Ray for their progression. But I think in a different sense, sometimes they get stuck into like, here is my pattern. I go up and down in this method. I go up and down in this method. I go up and down when I talk, and I have to end with going up and down. You know, once you get into that, you know, up, down, here's the exact cadence and the exact tones, you just kind of stick with it. This is another example of how to do it differently and be a little bit more flexible.
Yeah. It's like if you had to go up on stage and you had to read your song as a story. You have to be a storyteller. Noid can tell a story. Like, I would say it's like the difference between President Obama giving a speech and Donald Trump giving a speech. One person is there to tell you a story and invoke emotions. Another person's there to spew propaganda and incite chaos.
Don't do that ever again. Do what ever again?
I don't know.
Okay, baby, just
Breathe.
going ham in the chat.
Shout out,
Only
Noid.
started 4 months ago. Shout out.
Yeah, that's
on,
dope,
dude.
man. Love to hear it. All right, 2 more left. Michael and MB Lok. First up, I'm back, boys. Here's Michael with Lost Souls.
Back, boys.
I like the beat already.
Me too. Is there anyone smoother?
I've been battling my vices, working hard to make it righteous. Did it wrong, but I fell in love with Pisces. It's the way you love forever priceless, and I spent it telling lies, but fantasize that you're with me till I'm lifeless. I only hope you felt the same way. More hard to maintain, still gave you reasons to never trust me in the slightest. If I could go back and change things, it would never lay waste. Do better with what around me seem to be enticing. I'm being followed by these false prophets. I'm missing soul and astray, losing all gold and faith. Where the trials must stay. I'll stand my own long as it takes. Feel the pain from shoulder weight. Left it cold and isolated. Feel alone more now of late. We were blind, just leading blind and find ourselves along the way. And if we're coasting through this life, we'll need more than potion.
to better days. Cleared our page of scattered paint. Faded hues, immersing blue still coming to your aid. You held your darkest colors and it still will come and save me. Wonder how you feeling lately. Wish that I could read your mind, left in the hands of fate. Thought the time won't fall behind, a fool to think would say. Done with corner, wishing was, but wish you would've stayed. And then we fall back in the I was born to fight. Who say this the easy life? Even when I'm broken, damaged, pain helps us to feel alive. Just know that you're not abandoned. Our souls more than intertwined. And if I can thread a needle, we'll end up with dress and tie. Lost souls on long roads. For every night we make it home. New city, new license, take a ride, the blunts and roll. It can be just you and I. We can drive it coast to coast. Lost souls on long roads. In the night with vision low. Time is passing by, we can lose it before you know. May not stand the test of time, I just pray you make it home. Pray you make it home.
Right, that was Lost Souls by Michael. Can I go first? I know I have been critical of Michael's songs in the past, and I just want to.
I would say unfairly so.
No, fairly so. But I will say I extremely enjoyed listening to this, and I think this sounds much better. And the only thing that I could really attribute to that is that you didn't have the doubles all the way through it like you usually do, where you have like your high layer, your lead, and then you had this low layer as your background vocal. You used it for highlights, but you used it sparingly, and I think that made a whole hell of a lot of a difference, because now I'm getting to enjoy your singing tone more without this clashing like low background voice kind of like just riding alongside of it. And I think that made all the difference. And that's all I've been saying, like every time I listen to your songs, like, man, I wish I could just hear you sing without some sort of distraction. And I think you used it sparingly, and I think it sounded good. I also felt like you kind of dialed into some of the notes. You did some, you know, the word from noir from earlier, sustains. You sustained the notes a little bit. And I think it made all the difference in the world. I really enjoyed the song a lot. And, you know, if I had to go back and, you know, knock on the Michael door of what I would want out of you as an artist, this is exactly what I would have called for. It's a rough draft, but I think it sounds dope. I give this a 9.
Yeah, I thought this was smooth as shit. I mean, I expected nothing less, because consistently, over and over, never dropped nothing that wasn't smooth and the best thing that Dice has ever heard, and then hated on just out of principle. So you heard it here first. Dice is just a hater by principle.
That's right.
I, on the other hand, enjoy life. I enjoy nice things, and this was a nice thing. Michael, great fucking voice. Here was my take, and maybe this is the opposite of Dice on this one. I loved the vocal quality. I loved the backing layers. I think they complemented your main very well. I wanted them up just a little bit. Not so loud like you've had in the past, but I did want them up just a little bit to add just that much more oomph to what was already a strong vocal performance. So I would say my recommendation would be take that second layer of the backing layers and just up it by like 1 decibel. Otherwise, solid track. I'm at a 9 as well.
I just want to say, it's not that I didn't like his music. It's just I didn't like the mix or the arrangement. I just didn't like the layering, I should say. I always thought that you had a good talent. I think my biggest gripes were that it seemed like you were rapping but singing, and that I just wish that the lead was the lead and not always complemented by this other layer that just sat there the whole track.
I think it stems from his undying love of Bone Thugs and Harmony. There can only be one sing rapper. So, you know, there's only...
There's only 5 people in Bone Thugs and Harmony. What are you talking
Yeah, there's only 10 people that can sing rap, and they're all start with a Bone name. So unless you're Bone Kel, you can't do it.
I'm not going to fall for this rage bait. All I'm going to say is, Michael, I enjoyed the song. I'd love to hear the finished version once you polish it up and get it fully mixed. So shout out to you, man. All right, last song for the day. NB Loke, first song released. Let's go. Lots of Kanye influence and other artists for sure. I know Kanye is D-Bird's favorite rapper producer in the world.
I'm more into his politics.
Here is Go Wild.
What's next?
Yeah, I want y'all to put your hand up right now. It's my first song, but I'ma go out. Now throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. And I demand to throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. I'm not asking though. Remember when Papa used to mess with the guns? So young, so wild, in the wild having fun. And nowadays he ain't even present. Can't remember the last day that he gave me a present. And now my mama say that I'm a deception. Maybe cause I'm not a doctor, but I don't need acceptance. And maybe I should be happy with that. It gives me reason to rap and to finish my sentence. I don't forget my friends, the reason we know. Cause it was with me here forever, break the windows. Never messing with no gangs, but hating po-po. You guys don't really know gangs? I say so. We so mixed that we can't even recognize the type. So I honor my family when I spit on the mic. Then realize hood dreams cover myself in ice. But then my bar so hard that it melts on my throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. And I demand to throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. Now throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. And I demand to throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. I'm not asking though, never forget my hood. That's where I grew up. And when we partied, did the nasty shit we told up. My style so fly the when I come I glow up. When the bitches came, then everybody blew up. When I rap here, everybody cheer up. When I rap on the pancake, the feet are syrup. I never did nobody, at least for now. Cause when I blew up, be ready for something wild. Now, yeah, to your bitches it's up. And get yourselves on the ground. Be ready for something wild. Something wild. Throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. Throw your bitches it's up and get yourselves on the ground. Go motherfucking wild. I'm not asking though.
Right, that was MB Loke. Where are you from, man? I think you said you're from Europe or something.
Did he say get your bitch asses up and get yourself on the ground? Is that what I heard?
I could not quite make out the B word that was said, but bitch asses seems to fit. I don't know how I feel about being called a bitch ass, but
yeah, rude.
accept it.
What a first impression. Well, my bitch ass has some thoughts. Yeah, like for a first song, not bad, right? I think I can definitely hear the Kanye influence in the beat itself. I think, overall, the quality of the vocals, it was kind of hard to hear. Like the mix was just a little muffled. And so you have this very loud beat, and then you are kind of straining to hear what you're saying. For the most part, it sounded like you had like on time flow and like a energy to your delivery. I think that the biggest struggle here was just the quality in the mix, as well as like the lyrics. I think the lyrics were just a little basic, but not bad for a first song. And the fact that you can even be on time, great. Although I will say at the very end, I heard you fall off the flow wise. Where would I put this? I'd give this a 4, but like say that it's a very strong showing for an early song.
Yeah, I thought you had very good presence, like for somebody I don't know how many songs you've made, but you said this is your first release, so I'm assuming you're newer on your journey. I think you had a good presence, kind of like how Noid said he started rapping 4 months ago, but he has very strong presence. You've good energy, I should say. Um, but I agree with Bird. Like you did start out pretty well as far as the timing, but then at the end you kind of got lost a little bit and got a little bit offbeat. And I think lyrically, that's why I asked where you from, because I feel like maybe English isn't your first language, so therefore curse words become a crutch more than a bonus. You tend to rely on words that are more commonplace rather than coming up with words that express more visuals or emotions or feelings. So, especially in the hook, I would say be cautious of that. Using curse words as a filler rather than coming up with words to say what you mean. But definitely, good start to your musical journey. I would say I agree with Bird. I can hear the Kanye influence in the beat. Maybe not so much in some parts in the delivery, but maybe not so much in the delivery. But it's not bad. I'll go 5. Like I'm not mad at this. I could see room for improvement that you will definitely accomplish. So I have no doubt that you'll take this feedback and digest it in some way, and hopefully you'll bring us some new stuff. But I give it a 5. I'm not mad at this. All right, that was our show for today. Almost 3 hours. It's almost February, so let's see, when does February start? Next Saturday. Oh yeah, we got a tournament coming up next week. Shout out to all the people who signed up for Square Up Rush. We're gonna be doing a elimination tournament. No more league for now. Maybe we'll revisit the league at some other point, but people seem to be tired after a few weeks of the league activity. But we'll do a single elimination tournament. Matchups will go up a week from today. Contestants will have until Friday to create their song based on the criteria that will be provided. Drop it, then a Saturday we will do some voting and then start it over on the next Sunday. So I think there's like 4 or 5 more slots left. So 32 max. Last time I looked it was 27, but I think somebody joined after that. So I think at most there's 5 slots, but there's 4 slots left. So if you want to compete against the others in the community, open to everybody except for producers. So rappers, singers, rockers. This is not just a rap community. So it's best song. Best song wins, not best rap song, not who's got the best bars. It's best fucking song. I want to get that loud and clear this go around. Because I heard some people ask, well, that's not a rap song. These fucking singers hate me. Who cares?
Yeah, it's unfair. I can only rap and they can sing. Do better. Get better.
The singing sounds the same as the last singing. Well, who gives a fuck? As long as it's the best song. All right. So, I am working on having a panel of voters. I have one person secured. I need to reach out to another person, and if I'm feeling whimsy enough, I'll reach out to a third. But I think I have what I need to do a secretive panel of voters, and that way, it's not people arguing about the poll voting, and it's not just me stressing myself out because I have to eliminate somebody by 1/10 of a point.
Yeah, I would love to be on the panel to vote, but I feel like people would just think that I'm, biased against them.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason. I have no reason to be biased, but here we are. So
yeah, again,
I just watch from the sidelines.
Gotta reiterate, even for this show again, like we gain nothing by picking favorites other than like people angry at us and like causing more drama.
You think if I voted Ray Stans all the way to the finals, he's going to give me a portion of the prize? No.
Yeah.
No. So what do I get? I get nothing, just like always.
So we'll be back Wednesday for the subscriber show. Hopefully the ice that is outside. Oh fuck, it's snowing again. I guess not. It will still be ice here. I promise you that. But hopefully it'll be some warm ice. It'll be melting away. So stay warm out there, unless you're in Brownsville, Texas, or Miami, Florida, where you're probably fine. We'll be back. We'll talk about some topics. We'll listen to whatever songs, and then we'll be back next Sunday to do this all over again. at the start of February. We'll talk about the first matchups, and then we'll listen to some more music. So catch y'all on the Discord. See y'all on the flip side and all the other good stuff. Adios.